What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to share with you my KDP income report for the month of April. So, welcome back to StackinProfit. My name's Paddy, and over here we give you the tools and resources to learn, grow and master passive income streams so that you can live a life of freedom. Now, like I said in this video, I'm going to share with you my KDP income report for the month of April. Now, this video is also part of a playlist, and if you'd like to see the rest of those videos, you can click right there in the right hand corner. Now, let's go over to my Get Book report so we can start looking at all of this data. Now, one thing I do want to note really quick, and that is, why do I make these income reports? Well, I make them for me. I make them for inspiration, and I like to share with you that I actually make money from what I teach on the channel. Now, you may not like actually watching these type of income reports, but I do. When I first started online, I loved watching income reports in all of these different types of businesses. So that's why I like to create them myself. Now, let's actually have a look through this data and see how much I earned for the month of April. Now, looking at my whole account, we can see I've now made $121,000 just in royalties. But if we look back here, it's taken since 2018 to do so. And we can see some months are good, some months not so good. The thing about having your own online business is that you have ups and downs. Nothing's ever straightforward. There's always peaks and valleys in your businesses. Sometimes you're going to make a lot, other times not so much. But for the month of April, if we look just here, we can see that I made $2,610. Now, one thing I do want to note really quick, because I still find this absolute crazy. Now, if we come to here, we can see that I've now sold, since 2018, over 60,000 books, which to me is just absolutely insane to think that there's over 60,000 of my books out there in the world. Now, that's just something I wanted to share because I thought that was pretty cool. Now, let's go over to April. I have it in a new tab just here, where we can see that I made that $2,610. Now, not all of this is profit because I was running ads, which we're going to see later on in the video. Now, from here, we can see my lowest day was on April the 16th, where I made $40. And then my highest day being just here on April the 9th, when I made $199. And then over the last few days, in the end of April, I had some pretty good days. Now, if we change this to units sold, we can see how many I actually sold. That lowest day only being 20 books. And then my highest day being 98 books. Now, let's put that back to normal and start scrolling through. If we look just here, we can see that I had 3 books do extremely well, and then some other books sell some copies here and there. And if we scroll down even further, we can see that 96% of my sales came from Amazon.com. That's the main marketplace that I focus on because they get billions of views or visits every single month. Then I sold 1.3% in Canada, 1.2% here in the UK, then just a little bit in other marketplaces. Now, if we change this, we can see what that looks like in dollars. So that's $2,500 from Amazon.com, $34 from Canada, $30 from here in the UK, and again, just a little bit in other marketplaces. Now, if we look here, that $2,610.27 is because I sold 1,299 units. So very similar to last month's results. Now, 358 units made $728 from this book. This is actually one of my adult colouring books. 2 of them, which is the second one as well, just tend to do extremely well for me all of the time now. So these are actually in evergreen niches, whereas some of my books are in evergreen niches and some in seasonal. So I actually have all different types of books that sell at all different types of years, but these two books just here have been doing extremely well. Now the second one, 318 units sold, making $645. Now one thing I have noted, and I will say again, and that is that these two books just here, I can't run ads. Why is that? Well, there's profanity on the cover, which means that I can't run advertisements. So these sales here are practically all organic. It's actually the same for most of my books this month, because as you're going to see in a second, I didn't actually spend that much on advertising. Now this book just here is doing extremely well because this is actually one of my seasonal niches that actually sells just a couple of times, or should I say, at a certain couple of times each year. I sold 314 units, making $634, and this is just a college ruled composition notebook. Now with this one just here, I sold 66 units, making $161. This is actually one of my books that did extremely well on Valentine's Day, but for some reason it's still selling. Then this one, I sold 66 units, making $131. Again, this is another college ruled composition notebook. Then if we look here, I sold 14 units of this one, making $28, and again this is another composition notebooks. So composition notebooks do actually sell extremely well, but they will sell more at certain times of the year. Now if we scroll down, we can see the rest of my sales. I sold 6, 20 here, 6 there, 7 here, 12 there. Now that looks a little bit weird because I have lowered the price on these, so that's why I've sold a lot but not made many royalties. And if we keep scrolling through, we can see 6 here, 5 there, 4 there, 3 here. All these little sales soon add up, as we can see. Now back up to the top, because like I said, not all of this was profit, so let's go over to my advertising account to see how much I spent. Now over lifetime, we can see I've now spent close to $21,000 on advertising since 2019. So as we just saw, I started back in 2018 publishing books, but it wasn't till mid-2019 that I actually started running ads. Prior to that, everything was all organic. Now we can see that $21,000 or close to has made $73,000 in sales, not royalties, and I've got a 28% ACOS. Now if we take a look at the metrics, we can see what that looks like. 14 million impressions, 91,000 clicks, and an average of 23 cents per click, with a click-through rate of 0.65. Now, let's take a look at last month. Let's go to April to see how much I spent. So last month just here, just give that a second, there we go, and we can see that I spent $66. That was it. Why is that? Well, because recently I stopped all of my advertisements and I wasn't running ads for a while, as we can see just here. Then over the past few days, the last week, I have started running ads again on a few certain books. Again, that's my seasonal ones. So if we go back over to here and just scroll down for a minute, this book just here that has sold extremely well in the month of April, this is one of the books that I've just started running ads on. I actually run ads on that book every year, but this year, because I've recently had COVID, I just completely forgot about it. So now I've got that ad turned on. It's just an ad from last year, so all I've done is just re-enabled it. I didn't create a new ad, I just restarted the ad from last year. And if we look, sorry about that, if we look just here, that's the one that's actually doing pretty well. Now, right here, like I said, $66 spent, making $340 in sales with a pretty low ACOS of 19%, creating 27 orders. Now, with a couple of those ads, I did actually have a few bulk buys. So someone saw my ad, clicked on the ad, and then bulk brought quite a few books. Now if we go on ad metrics, we can see what this looks like. In April I had 18,000 impressions, 264 clicks, making those 27 orders with a cost per click of 25 cents, and that click-through rate looking pretty good as well. So let's go ahead, take my ad spend and deduct it from my royalties. So let's scroll up to the top. Let's take out the calculator, pull that up. Let's move that over to, let's just put it here for now. So that's $2,610, 27 cents minus that 66. Let's pull up that again, minus that 66.22 equals, there we go, $2,544.05 in profit for the month of April. So to me, 2,500 is a pretty good month. Now if we come back to here, we can see over the last, wow, that's a year now. I didn't even realise that. Over the last year, we can see that I've had some pretty good sales, with every month being above that $2,000. So again, I'm extremely happy with this, and I can't complain. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.